It's still unclear if the Torrance County Manager and a local contractor will face trial for fraud allegations related to county construction projects. But now that the judge has unsealed the case and testimony is played out in court, will Ansley continue to keep her job? News 13's Chris McKee is in the Newsplex with more.
Kim, state investigators say Ansley spent around $470,000 of county money on projects that didn't follow the county's own contracting rules. Ansley still has a job, though, and commissioners have said from the beginning they still support her.
Outlined in these court papers, unsealed this week, are 10 counts of fraud-related charges facing Torrance County Manager Joy Ansley and her contractor friend and alleged lover Chris Valdez. Prosecutors are focusing on 4 different projects that they say Ansley preferentially gave to Valdez's CCS construction company, and in most cases overpaid. The allegations were spelled out in 4 days of court testimony this week.
That it was entered into was deception, I believe, and that's why I'm calling it fraud.
The Torrance fire station was first. Investigators say it went from a nearly $80,000 contract to a $258,000 project, with Valdez allegedly charging more than twice the going rate to build a concrete slab. Ansley approved 7 project additions. Second was the Torrance Park that went from a $12,000 job to an $82,000 job. The third project, the Durand Fire Station, was added on to the Torrance Fire Station contract, adding about $76,000 of work, with Valdez allegedly charging about 8 times the going rate for concrete work.
The 2 change orders are primarily what I'm considering the fraudulent activities.
The final project for voting machine storage went from a $23,000 contract to $167,000 worth of work in the end. Today, Ansley remains Torrance County's manager. One Torrance County Commissioner, Lonnie Freiberger, responded for comment today, saying in part, quote, "I choose to let the courts decide the outcome. Please remember, all of these allegations are just that, allegations." All 3 commissioners declined comment all week, but stood in the courtroom hallways saying they were there to support Ansley.
Now, it could be several weeks before we learn what becomes of the allegations. The judge gave both sides until December 6th to present closing arguments in the preliminary hearing. The judge is then expected to decide if there's enough evidence for the case to go to trial. Kim, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Chris. Now, the first day of this week's preliminary hearing was closed off to the public. News 13 was among 3 media outlets who fought to get the hearing and the case documents unsealed.